This is good stuff. This is the good stuff we were talking about right here. Ripper and Black Dahlia were two of my favorite FMV games back in the day. Alright, so... last we knew, there was a... there's a German Brotherhood of Thule. Just a quick recap as to where we're at. People complain, send Domicon after them. Black Dahlia is magical. It is amazing. We need... There's got to be a hint or a tip somewhere, because there's nothing here. Nope. I already saw that. Let me check my inventory real quick. Excuse me. Oh yes, the matchbook.
What have we here? The Hotel Cleveland, huh?
GB5637. Can we flip it open? Mulehaven. That's the guy. I suppose I could call. Unless that's not something I want to do. Ah, we can just go straight there. Fair enough. I'm gonna click that out of there. There we go. Okay, so now that we have the Hotel Cleveland as an option, we're gonna go there. The shit I had to go through to get this running. Oh man, if you only knew. I made a post on Vogons about it. It was an epic journey. It required a Windows 98 SE virtual machine running in VirtualBox, not VMware Player, which I'd always used up to this point. And it needed to be a specific version of VirtualBox because 5.0 is too slow and can't run the videos on Black Dahlia. So I'd use 4.3, which apparently, fixed some of the issues with Windows 98. And then I had to set very specific options inside the setup for the VM just to get it running, and it's awesome.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I'm just pleased it works.
Do you have anyone named Mulehaven staying here?
That's Mullhaven, sir, and yes, I should think that the gentleman is staying here.
You seem pretty certain.
But of course, sir, Mr. Mullhaven is merely one of our best guests. One moment, sir. Front desk. How are you this evening, Mrs. Hathaway? Yes, of course, I'll have that delivered straight away.
Yes, sir.
Please deliver a newspaper to Mrs. Hathaway in 7B. And for God's sake, man, button that uniform.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
May I be of further assistance, sir?
Interesting. Hey, Thrashquatch, what's happening? Send Domokun after them? I might just do that. He is locked and ready for action.
Is Mr. Mullhaven in now?
He is checked in now, if that's what you mean, sir. I believe, however, that he is presently in his room.
Forgive me, I am somewhat sick.
So tell me about this Mullhaven fella. He seems to be a big shot around here.
Mr. Mullhaven is an esteemed guest here, sir. He maintains his own suite.
He lives here?
No, sir, but he travels on business from Chicago frequently. He keeps the same suite reserved.
Huh. Year-round? Wish I had that kind of money.
What room is Mr. Mullhaven staying in?
I'm afraid I can't divulge that information.
Oh, you can, you just don't want to. Let's do... I don't think he'd be susceptible to threats. I think a bribe might be... I don't know. Let's try bribing him.
Come on. You pal. I just need to have a talk with the guy.
Sir, either you take me for a fool or a gossip. I am neither. Now be off with you. I won't have another word of it.
Damn it. Should have threatened him. Hello. What have we here? Phone. That's interesting. I do have their phone number, don't I? Flip it over. GB5637. Let's give him a call. G B 5 6. Threaten him. How badass can a hotel lobby dork be? Hey, I used to be one of those hotel lobby dorks, and I was pretty badass. At least I thought so.
Hotel Cleveland, how may I help you?
Jones? Oh, this is Mr. Mulhern.
No, sir, I hadn't seen you come in. Are you feeling all right? You don't sound like yourself.
Never mind how I sound. Where's my blasted newspaper?
It hasn't been delivered.
No, it hasn't. What's the matter with your people?
I'm sorry, sir. I'll have it sent up straight away. Mr. Mulhaven needs a paper delivered to his suite. Weren't you to deliver it earlier?
I did.
Well, he didn't receive it. Now hop to it.
I delivered the paper. Lousy paper. 23.
23.
All right.
Mr. Mulhaven,
Cool old phones.
your paper, sir. Mr. Mulhaven. Lousy cheapskate can't spare a nickel tip.
Hello, Johnny. Rough day.
You said it, Mrs. Graham.
Maid service.
Hmm. "23G, you say? What is this?" Can I borrow this? We'll just... You won't miss this too much. Steal a cart. Exactly what I'm doing. Hey, hey. Now get up. Get up, and get down. Boy, those things are sturdy. They can hold my weight. Damn. Blast. Alright. Try again. Is there something else, maybe? Oh ho. What is this? Might be able to use this. Is it in my inventory? Do I have to use it that way? Yes. Use the knife. Or not. I guess I have to just climb up and it'll automatically use it. Fair enough. Well done. Ooh. Like a boss, Jim. Alright, try to open... that looked like something. Hello. There's a rune on it. Doesn't appear like I can interact with it in any meaningful way. Okay, back out. Hey. Bend over this way? Over this way. Let's see here. Ooh. Hello, hello.
Now, this ought to come in handy if I need to get back in.
Yep. A little bit easier, too. Oh, crap. The oldest trick in the book. Oh, good. It's... Oh. What is going on here?
You said you wouldn't disturb anything.
Hans. And we shot, my dear.
You said you'd hurry right in and right out. I'll lose my job if anyone finds me here.
Oopsicles. Did he just take the note I was going to look at? Okay. High-strung maid. Well, can you blame her? Just got, you know, propositioned by 3 Nazis. Hello.
I wonder what that German's game is.
I want to know what that note he took said. But he dropped this picture in instead, which is interesting. My money is on that is Mulhaven with someone who isn't his wife. Alright, I don't think there's anything else to do here just yet. Shit. I'm gonna check out the desk. Apparently, can't check out that desk. Doesn't look like I can check out this one either, unless I can't do it from where I was sitting. Maybe I should check out the bathroom? No, I can't check out this desk at all. Or the waste paper basket. Things like this really make me appreciate the Tex Murphy games just a little bit more. Because you can go and look at anything you want to look at instead of just everything you have to look at. There isn't much in the way of world building, I guess, is what I would say about this game. But that's okay, because what they do give you is fairly impressive. Alright, we better get the hell out of here. Let's check out Louis' loft. You would love to find it. I think you can find it fairly easily. The problem isn't finding it, it's getting it running, you know. Last time we were here, someone was shooting at us. And then, once we killed them, someone else delivered a head to us. So I can understand his nervousness. All things considered. Alright. Hello? What was that noise? Such a passive gameplay experience. I'm happier just watching someone play this old thing. It's such a phenomenal game. In gameplay terms, it's better and more interesting than Ripper, but I think Ripper is more entertaining just because it's got Christopher Walken chewing the hell out of the scenery. Same for David Patrick Kelly too. What is this? It's a little house. Excuse me. Oh no, no. Damn it. Can't go over to it that way. As I said, I'm a little sick. There's a patch somewhere to make it run on newer systems. Yes, but that does not work on Windows 7. As far as I know, 8 or 10. Believe me, I tried that patch and it did not work. Hello. It's kind of a mess. An odd place for it, don't you think?
What the hell? These runes look like the ones I found in the bag. I wish I knew what Penske had been onto. Maybe his case has more to do with mine than I thought.
Has everything to do, sir. Uh-oh. That's not normal. This guy. Weird. Jim, you're welcome to try it if you want. It may work on a different system configuration than the one I have. That could simply be it, for all I know. But from talking to Dave Thompson, I know he's been having difficulties getting it run on Windows 10, and he's tried everything too. Everything except this, but I haven't heard from him since I told him about this, so he's probably playing it right now for all I know. Watch sequences and go. And, oh, yeah, let's open that lockbox. Oh, right. This thing. Ugh. Alright. This is a bizarre, like, little safe thing. Puzzle. This one now? That one, okay. Push the chimney down. Slide the board underneath the small window upwards. Push the round mill on the right away from you. And a board will move in. Slide the corner board to the left. Slide the window board down. Pull the chimney up. Pull the mill towards you. Have the window pop out. Put the left lamp back the way it was. Pull the door until it's fully open. Flat against the window. Push the door to the left. Slide the small long board underneath the large window to the left. Push the small square board with the rune on it upwards. And somehow that makes sense. All I gotta say is thank God for the internet. There's no way I would have made it through even this game back in the day without a walkthrough. Oh God, especially some of the later puzzles. Like some of these, I don't have an issue with doing, without help, but there are others that are like, ooh. Oh shit. Tell me it just relocked. I'm an idiot. Push it in. Chimney down. Slide it up. Round mill away. Slide this all the way left. Slide the window down. Push the chimney up. Slide this back. That up. Pull the door until it's fully open. Slide it to the left. Slide the small longboard, think, and then this up. Thank you. Phoebus, I've learned my lesson. Don't look at anything until you've pulled everything out of the box. Hey, that looks awfully familiar. Don't know where this key goes, though. Alright, opposite end of the room and unlock the dresser. This dresser? Hey, look at that. Let's use that lockbox key. Oh. This itself is a puzzle. Alright, so we're gonna push the key in. Turn the key to the left. Pull the key out. Turn the key to the right twice. How do I turn it to the right? There we go. Push the key in. Turn the key to the left until it's back in its original position. Pull the key out. Really? That is a giant
It looks
pain
like
in
a
the
tube.
ass.
I wonder why Louis kept it locked up.
It should not be this hard to use a key. That's all I'm saying. Especially considering the key was already locked in a box. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I don't. I just don't. Get the hell out of here. Go talk to somebody. Sullivan. My good man.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pearson.
If I could, sir, I'd like to see Mr. Penske's case files. I believe there's a connection between this case of mine and the matter he was investigating.
It troubles me to hear you say that, Mr. Pearson. Walt was asked to step down from a case that had no bearing whatsoever on our national security. He countermanded direct orders by refusing to do so, and all on account of a bunch of superstitious nonsense. What possible connection could there be between his mumbo-jumbo and your investigation?
I know it sounds like a lot of nonsense to us, sir, but I think this Brotherhood of Thule believes in it. They've organized themselves around it, in fact.
Point well taken. Unfortunately, I don't have the Penske files. The FBI confiscated them, claimed that Walt overstepped COI bounds and interfered in their jurisdiction. Hoover's men won that round, I'm afraid. Perhaps if you were to ask Mr. Winslow, he could make them available.
That guy who called me incompetent? Treated me like garbage? I don't think so. Oh.
Do we have any information on a man named Mulhaven?
Mulhaven? What's he got to do with this mess?
That's what I'm trying to uncover, sir.
Well, there's not an awful lot I can tell you. He's an industrialist from Chicago. He has a few contracts with the War Department. I believe he has some political aspirations. Apart from that, I know very little about the man.
That's still a lot to know.
Are you aware of any German nationals in town?
Well, actually, there is one. A man named Wilhelm von Hess. Men in Washington have had their eyes on him for a long time now. We've no idea what he's doing in Cleveland, but we're sure as hell he's not in town for the Great Lakes Expo, as he claims.
Why don't we just ship him back where he belongs?
Now, there's the rub. He's here on a diplomatic mission. Even though our men have long suspected him of spying, we can't deport him without concrete proof, without risking an international incident. And relations between our country and Germany are touchy enough as it is.
Well, I think the man that I shot could be connected to von Hess. Von Hess may even be responsible for Fisher's death, although Detective Marilow doesn't seem to think so. You might be able to pin enough on him there to get him shipped off.
If we can make the connection stick, you can be sure that's the first thing we'll do.
Alright, well, have a look at this photograph, please.
Do you have any guesses as to where this might have been taken?
Acting!
Looks like your man was caught in a rather compromising position. There's only one place that a businessman of Mulhaven's stature would go to, a place called Flanagan's on the east side. How'd you come across that photo?
Von Hess has been using it to blackmail Mulhaven.
Can you prove that?
I believe so, sir.
Wonderful. That is just what we need to have Von Hess packed off.
Mr. Sullivan, if you could, I'd like you to hold off on that for now. At least until I can find out why Von Hess is blackmailing Mulhaven.
Very well, Mr. Pearson. This is your investigation. I'll leave it to your discretion.
Thank you, sir.
Curious. Alright. Let's go talk to Winslow. Although this is bound to be either humiliating or pointless, or both.
Jimbo! What brings you here, sport?
I was hoping you could give me a little information.
Sure, anything to help a fellow agent. Yeah, run along, Candy darling. Say, I hope you're not still sore at me for this morning. I think you're doing a fine job. We still friends?
No.
Yeah, sure, Dick. We're still friends.
No.
Great, just great.
God damn it. Punch me in the face.
Can I get you anything? A smoke, perhaps?
No, thanks. I don't really like to smoke.
Oh, but have you ever tried one of these? They're imported straight from Turkey. Finest cigarettes I've ever tasted.
God, I just want to punch this smug bastard right in his mouth. Alright, let's talk about stuff. Yay, casual sexism. Yep. Well, I mean, the thing is, this was the 30s? 40s? Somewhere around there. And, believe me, it was a lot more prevalent back then.
Have you fellas identified the man I shot?
We're still working on that. My best guess is that he was working for the mob.
Even though he was carrying an SS-issue gun?
Yes, well, we did put an inquiry in with the German consulate. They disavowed all knowledge of him.
That's to be expected, isn't it?
Naturally.
Well, I suppose so. But Louis did have ties to the mob. It stands to reason that his past might finally catch up to him.
Well, Louis hadn't worked for the mob for years, but he was working as a messenger for this German Brotherhood.
Oh, really? And what brotherhood would that be?
An outfit that calls itself the Brotherhood of Thule. That's what I've been investigating.
You don't say. Well, my years of experience with the Bureau tell me that this was a mob hit. But if you really think that there's something to this Brotherhood thing...
I do.
Well, then Dick Winslow's not the type of man to leave any stone unturned. I'll make sure someone looks into it.
Oh, you scuzzy, scummy bastard.
Does the Bureau have any information on a man named Mulhaven?
Why do you need to know?
I think he might be in a fix with some Nazis.
Look, I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but we've had our eyes on him for some time now. Joseph Mulhaven is the type of man who'll play both sides of the fence until he's certain which side will come out ahead. For the past year, he's been campaigning tirelessly in Chicago on isolationist grounds, but his companies have been secretly gearing up for the war effort. Well, he stands to clean up if America joins the war in Europe.
Would playing both sides of the fence include making deals with the Nazis?
It wouldn't be out of the question. But for all of Mulhaven's sins, he doesn't seem like someone who'd be very likely to sell out to the Nazis. Quite frankly, I don't think he has a stomach for espionage.
Man, you can say what you want about this game, and you could, probably. There are some parts, certainly, that are quite clearly overacted, but I don't think you could have cast this part any better. He just really makes me intensely dislike him. Both between his look and, you know, how he talks. It's, oh, fucking hell. I can't stand this asshole.
Do your men know any German nationals in town?
Now, aren't Germans more up your alley, sport? We've got nothing to do with that sort of thing anymore.
All the same.
Well, just between you and me. There is a German diplomat in town by the name of von Hess.
What's his story?
Oh, he's a career politician for the German government. My superiors in Washington suspect him of spying, but really, if he were, what would he be doing in Cleveland?
It's a good question.
I understand the Bureau has Mr. Penske's case files.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have them right here in my safe. Why do you ask?
I'd like to get a look at them.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry, Jimbo. I can't open them up without a direct order from my superiors. It's completely out of my hands, I'm afraid. Now, if it were up to me, I'd hand them right over to you.
Bullshit.
There's no way I can get a look at him?
If it were only up to me. Oh, there's nothing in there anyway, sport, really. Just a lot of nonsense. He went completely batty there at the end. Not a lot of time to talk right now, sport. Could you come back round again later?
Sure thing, Dick.
Whatever you want, Dick. Dick. God damn it. Alright, so, let's go back to the hotel. Because we have that ring that I think we can use to open that closet now. And it helps that we have the key to the room. Bingo. Use the ring. Oh, come on. Holy shit. Dude walks in full Nazi uniform. Wait, something's not right.
Was wollen Sie? Was wollen Sie? Was wollen Sie?
Wow. Jeebus. Okay. I thought it was a little bit weird that we got interrupted twice. Oh, man. Let's see here. Dear Mr. Mulhaven, we're all so looking forward to seeing you again next week. The girls just love the gifts that you brought with you last time and miss their Uncle Joe terribly. Kitty in particular sends her love and says that you are to bring her a bear named Theodore to go with her puppy. You know how children are. They can be so demanding, but she insists that you must have Theodore with you or she'll not let you in the house. I thought that story might amuse you. Please have a safe journey and give our best regards to your wonderful family. I only hope they realize how much your generosity means to us here at the orphanage. With deepest regards, Mrs. Flanagan. So Flanagan's not a... I'm so confused. Unless that's just a cover. I thought Flanagan's was a whorehouse. Hello? Oh ho ho! What have we here? Can I take this? Take it. Can't take it? Am I not allowed to take it? Or I did take it. Check my inventory. Oh, it's there. Awesome. Okay. Alright. It's over here. USTC. Pleased to inform you that first shipment left on morning convoy. Stop. Second shipment due day after tomorrow. Stop. Await your instructions on procedures for storage while next convoy forms. That's business as usual. Poker chips. Can't blame the man. Nope, no, I wanted to back out. There we go. Up here. Nudie mags. Whoa. Lots of alcohol. Bottle of Napoleon brandy, $5. Oh, for a better time. Dry Manhattans were 45 cents. Oh. Oh, champagne cocktails, 65 cents. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, man. Hello. Dearest Joseph, we trust that you are well. I hate cursive. We carry on here at home, as always, that is to say as best we can in your absence. I hate to disturb you while you are in the midst of your business excursion, but something has come up that simply could not wait until you returned. You see, darling, I've run into a problem with one of the domestics. Mrs. Zanislaw has been back to her old tricks. This time she stole half a loaf of bread and a can of green corn. She said it was for her daughter, who I now suspect is pregnant. I'm simply at the end of my tether. Is it not enough that I pay the woman an exorbitant salary for her substandard work? Must I now support her lazy and lecherous family as well? Honestly, these immigrants... Is it my fault that Mr. Hitler invaded their pathetic backwater country? If the Zanislaws are any example of the culture and work ethic of those people, I can only say the little German efficiency would likely do them good. I know that that little tramp was trouble. The moment I set eyes on her, you are always so indulgent of these young women, Joseph. Giving them work and shelter out of sympathy for their low situation, even tutoring that Zanislaw girl on your own time. What? But honestly, your soft-hearted nature really does them no good. As my father always said, poverty is their blood. They cannot escape it. At any rate, darling, I hate to be silly about this, but you know that I simply cannot bring myself to dismiss a servant, even a lazy, gossipy, thieving one. Do be a dear and make arrangements to sack the Zanislaw woman and have her family removed from the grounds as soon as possible. Jesus! I simply will not be able to sleep nights knowing that she may be going through my things, taking from myself and the children to support her dirty little family. Oh dear. I did not intend to go on so, but you can see, darling, how truly flustered I am. I trust that you will do your utmost to resolve this intolerable situation and relieve me of this unbearable strain. Victor, Madeline, and, Junior? Send their regards, as do I, with sincere affliction. With sincere affliction. It's affection, not affliction, although affliction may be more accurate. Matey. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was just a joy. Prophylactic scrumpies. Scrumpies condoms. For when you want to get your scrump on. Oh god. Sincerely, Trump. Oh, that's funny. Drugs are bad, okay? Oh man. Oh man, that was funny. Scrumpies. Okay. Well, we're getting nowhere here. Save my game. Go back to the Phoebe and see if I can catch him away from his room. He certainly seemed interested in that secretary of his. Oh, scrumpies.
Like that, huh?
Oh goodness.
Dick?
He certainly is.
Sounds like he's busy right now.
Like that, huh? Like that, huh?
Ah. Alright. Where do I get the combination now? Gotta be something in here that would tell me the combo. Richard E. Winslow. Seems like that should be a clue. Or I could just skip it and use the walkthrough. Yeah, I don't feel like fighting with it. Alright. 19 right, 6 left. And 33 right. Oh crap. It went one too far. Shit. There is a faster way, of course. If you just type in the word master lock at this point, it'll just open automatically. Hooray for cheat codes. Yep. Okay, let's not try to go past 33 this time. Or not. I'm confused. Or is this done like the old school? Hmm. $19 right. 6 left. But this time we're gonna go past 19. And 33 right. Ah. Yep. Old style.
I can't believe his combinations of football score. Why, I bet he didn't even let her.
Rare artifacts stolen. Doctor flees Austria. Dr. Eisenstadt. Further investigations into the subject codenamed Dahlia have stirred up some interesting revelations. My sources confirm the reports from New York. Several SS operatives have been dispatched to the area. I've made contact with an informant within an organization that I suspect could be a Nazi front. He was able to supply me with some new information on the case. Evidently, the Dahlia the Nazis are trying to recover, not a new technology at all, but rather a mystical artifact reputed to have some sort of supernatural power. Apparently, some members of Himmler's SS believe it could be the key to winning the war. I will continue my investigation into this matter. Preliminary investigation supports conclusion of Nazi infiltration in the Midwest area. I believe this infiltration to be pervasive. Although the large numbers of people in the area sympathetic to the German cause make it hard to separate the wheat from the chaff, I have strong suspicions regarding several key individuals in both public and private sectors. I will continue to devote efforts toward finding solid evidence of any traitorous actions amongst these individuals. I will make this my top priority. Stumbled upon another interesting piece of information when I last spoke to our New York offices. An operative there spoke of an intercepted Nazi transmission. The coded message indicated their search for an item codenamed Dahlia. An informant promised to uncover more information on the Dahlia for me. Given the large number of government contracts for weapons manufacturers in the region, I have every reason to believe that Dahlia is the name of some new, possibly experimental technologies that the Nazis plan to steal in hopes that it will aid their war effort. I will be investigating this further. The COI has reviewed your reports and determined that the Dahlia investigation is no longer an issue of departmental concern. As such, you are hereby ordered to cease and desist immediately any inquiry into this case or any related matter. I should not need to remind you that your duty is to uncover evidence of Nazi infiltration and traitorous actions in the area. Any further insubordination shall result in immediate dismissal. Walt, you're letting this mystical mumbo-jumbo get the better of you. Frankly, I'm concerned about your health. Let the matter drop, for God's sake. Yours, Bill. William Sullivan. At the recommendation of the
Sunnyvale Rest Home. So that's where they've got Penske.
At the recommendation of the consulting psychiatrist, Dr. Jorgensen, this board declares that Walter Penske be considered mentally incompetent and as such be found unfit to stand before this board. Herewith are the board's findings. Walter Penske shall be relieved immediately from all duties as an operative of the COI. Forthwith, Walter Penske shall be confined to a board-appointed sanitarium. The institution of his commitment shall be the Sunnyvale Rest Home of Shaker Heights. Walter Penske shall be provided with board-appointed supervision until such a time as he is determined to be fit to return to society. In light of Dr. Jorgensen's recommendation, this review board declares that all motions shall be passed forth immediately. Jesus. They put his ass in a rest home. Conduct hearings regarding his continuing status as federal officer shall begin promptly on October 27, 1941 at 9 a.m. Federal Review Board shall at that time determine whether or not Mr. Penske shall continue to serve the United States government in active duty. Jesus. Messed up. Can I look at his stuff? FBI Special Agent Winslow, security check passed, clearance granted. What about this box? I can't look at the box. Damn it. They quieted down, Jimbo. You're out of time. Oh.
Oh. Jimbo! How long you been out here, sport?
Not very long. I just got here.
You, didn't by any chance hear anything?
No, I didn't hear a thing.
Good, good. Say, I am a little busy now.
That's okay. I'll come back later.
That's awful swell of you, sport.
FMV era Don Draper. I don't think so. Isn't Don supposed to be a likable guy? I'm gonna save my game. Back to the... Alright, let's go find Walter Penske. The Sunnyvale Rest Home.
Sunnyvale seemed harmless enough, but I knew some strings had been pulled to lock Mr. Penske away. I thought it best not to stir up any more trouble than was necessary, so I looked for a nice, quiet way in. The back door into the laundry room did the trick. It wasn't long before I found Mr. Penske's room.
This room is restricted, sir.
I've got clearance.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be out of your way in a minute. Now, Mr. Penske, I don't have time to fight with you today. Take it.
That was a weird look.
Mr. Penske, I'm Jim Pearson. I'm with the COI.
The COI, you say? Well, it's about time.
And here's where most of their budget went. 5 minutes of Dennis Hopper. I'm gonna save it here, because this is... Like I said, you don't get a lot of this. Like literally 5 minutes of the guy. Okay.
I've reason to believe that you were working on something that's all mixed up in my own investigations.
Can you tell me what it was you were working on?
Huh. That's what got me into this pickle in the first place. Do you believe in the supernatural, son? In spirits of darkness and forces beyond man's control?
No, sir, I don't. It all seems like a bunch of stuff out of pulp magazines and radio shows.
I didn't believe in him much either. Everyone thinks I went crazy. But I've seen things. Strange things. And if your case is at all tied up in this mess that I was investigating, you better be prepared.
Yes, sir.
You don't believe me? Someday you will.
I found these in your office, sir. Professor Strauss's daughter helped to explain them a little bit. And I've also found some similar markings on some papers belonging to a group that goes by the name of the Brotherhood of Thule. But I can't make heads or tails out of it.
You ever hear about a gem called the Black Dahlia?
Just from the reports in your case file, sir.
The Dahlia. That's what it's all about, my boy. That's what it's all about.
Well, what is this Dahlia?
It's pure evil. It's what it is. It feeds on blood sacrifice. Many men have tried to uncover its secrets and gain its power, and many men have been driven mad by it. Find the Dahlia. Destroy it. That's the only thing that will make sense of this for you.
Strange. Dennis Hopper did this? Yes. Yes. They paid him way too much and got him for all of 5 minutes.
I'm not sure why, sir, but my instincts tell me that the Torso Killer's mixed up in all of this somehow.
You follow your gut, son. The Torso Killer's at the center of all this madness.
But how?
How many victims has he claimed?
8. At least that's all we know of.
Oh, you must find him quickly then. His bloody work requires a sacrifice of 9 men and women. If the prophecy of the ritual is true.
How can I find him? The police have been working on this case already for months, and they're still no closer to tracking him down. Do you know who he is?
Oh, I don't know who the killer is. But I was getting close, I'll tell you. That's why I was put in here. I was getting too close. Why, if they hadn't locked me away, I would have had that man by now. Lousy bureaucrats. The doctors and nurses here aren't any better. They feed me pills all day when I could be out doing a job. But they don't give a rat's ass about a good day's work. All they want is government money. FDR giving handouts to everybody, sticks a palm in the air. Wondering when you put stuff by, Doc. It's been a while since I've been poked and prodded. You know, I feel like a slice of prime beef. You know that? So what time is it? Seems like you were just here. So what you got for me now, Doc, huh?
What? No! Watch out!
Oh, maybe a shot in the head.
No! It's a Penske! No!
What's What's happened?
It's the strangest thing. I keep having these weird, no, it's nothing. It's...
The man with the cane.
How did you know?
I've seen him in my dreams as well.
In your investigation, sir, did your evidence ever direct you to a place called the Raven Room?
No, nothing solid.
Yeah.
More suspicion than anything else.
What did you suspect?
Well, that the nightclub was a front for something far more sinister. I mean, wasn't long after I started putting my nose into their business that I was sent away here. There's some powerful people behind that club. If you're investigating them, better watch your step.
And the dreams?
You were troubled by dreams too?
Yes. My dreams were violated by an evil man. He wielded a cane. And he drove me to the brink of insanity.
But how's this possible?
He who controls the Dahlia has the power to control dreams. But, I found a way of stopping them.
How?
There are 3 talisman. Sheltered by the wing of the raven, protected by the fangs of the wolf, and guided by the wisdom of the dragon. The raven feather shelters you from dreams, but if you had the other 2 items, you could fight back against your attacker.
This is too much. It's like something out of the shadow.
It's your only hope.
All right. Where can I find these things?
You'll find the raven feather in my office. Inside my copy of the Crusades. But you'll need all 3 talisman if you wish to confront your tormentor. The others will be more difficult to obtain. You'll need to get close to your attacker for those. Look for the totems of the wolf and the dragon. Return here with all 3, and I'll show you how to fight back against your attacker.
All right, I'll be back as soon as I can get my hands on the voodoo trinkets.
I can't help you until you've found all 3 talisman.
Can I show him the wolf thing? Nope. I'm just gonna guess and say that counts as the wolf tooth. Alright, well. Let's go to Flanagan's. Since apparently this is the only place we're gonna track down Molehaven.
I followed my lead to Flanagan's, an upscale cat house that catered to the whims of their clients. Inside the rat's nest of sleazy businessmen, I found Molehaven.
This is a private room.
Oh boy.
I'm Jim Pearson from the COI. I've got a few questions for you.
I'm sure I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you want to talk about this.
Where did you get that?
That's not important. What's important is you answer my questions, you cooperate, and I won't have to show this little photograph to anyone else.
Beat it.
Alright,
I want to know why Von Hess is blackmailing you. What's he after?
He wants to get into the Raven Room. There's a party.
Party? You're gonna have to do better than that.
I swear, it's true.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. A German diplomat blackmails an important American industrialist, not for state secrets, not for money or political votes, but to get into a party?
It's true, I swear it. I don't know why he wants to get in, but he does.
You must have some idea.
He's looking for something. He says it was stolen and smuggled out of Germany. I have no idea what it is. I swear it.
What can you tell me about this Raven Room?
It's just a social club, like any other. It's popular. Exclusive.
You're not giving me very much. Maybe you'll be a little bit more cooperative if I toss you in jail for collaborating with a German spy.
Okay. Okay. On the whole, that's all it is. But there's an inner circle. First, I thought it was just a means of celebrating our heritage.
You mean German heritage, right?
Yes, our German heritage. Despite Hitler, there's no shame in that.
All right, so what about this inner circle? What are they up to?
Well, as I say, first I thought it was merely a means to celebrate our heritage. The ceremonial robes and secret greetings were all kind of hokey, but I could make some important business contacts and meet some very influential people. People who could help me should I decide to run for office. Seemed harmless enough. Then they took this too far. They're bent on restoring an order. An old order of knights. I was gonna leave the club, but...
But?
You have the reason there in your hand. Von Hess won't let me out.
I want to get into this party.
It's too late for that.
Don't try to put one past me.
The invitations don't go to just anyone. They're prepared very painstakingly in advance. First, you need a copy of the invitation itself. Then, it must be signed by the scribe. Finally, it must be sealed with the crest of the order. Even if I could get you the rest of it, I can't get you the seal.
All the same.
All right. Here's an invitation. And judging from the stuff you've got in your room, you're the scribe.
How did you get this?
Don't worry about it. Just sign it.
Very well.
It's weird that the subtitles suddenly turned German.
Won't do you any good without the seal.
You let me worry about that. Okay. I believe we can actually go back and talk to Penske one more time. He's all about the cock blocking.
Do you have any idea why a kraut named Von Hess would be so eager to get into the Raven Room? He's been putting the squeeze on a Thule member pretty bad to get an invitation to this party of theirs.
You must go there.
What for?
The Nazis have been in pursuit of the Dahlia for some time now. If Hitler were to get his hands on the gem, I mean, who knows what kind of suffering the world would see.
There's only one problem.
Dennis Hopper's got to have a
Parties by invitation only.
massive headache.
And all the
keeping his
invitations have this seal
brows
from this old order of knights.
furrowed 24/7.
Followers of Landau.
Yes, that's right. The invitation's no good without the seal.
I've seen documents on display at the Museum of Natural History with that very same seal. I'll bet Miss Strauss would be willing to help you out.
All right. If I can't wrangle an invitation out of someone, I'll make my own.
I can't help you until you found all three talismans.
What's up, Haggis? Okay. So now we gotta go to the museum.
I was in luck. Helen knew where they kept an original stamp for the seal. She agreed to meet him after hours. I could use the stamp to make my seal, but I had to be extremely careful and return it to its display case as soon as I was finished. There was only one problem. I don't know, Helen. You're sure this is the right stamp?
Yes, I'm positive.
But the seals don't match.
I'm sure it's the right stamp. I guess it just needs adjusting.
You know how to do that?
Well, no, not really. You'll have to hurry. Fred will be making his rounds soon. I'll get in trouble if we're caught down here with that case open.
I'll do my best.
It's puzzle time. Save it. Ow. Okay, okay, so I guess this is 1, 2, or no, this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with number 4. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Alright, so we gotta get the seal to match. So these are the studded rings that the walkthrough is talking about. We'll turn the 4th ring to the right. top ring to the right. Bottom ring to the right. Top ring to the right. Second ring to the right. First ring to the right again. And then third ring to the right. And then fifth ring to the left. First ring to the right. Second ring to the left. Third ring to the left. And fourth ring. But that's not right. Oh, this... the walkthrough failed me. Damn it. Alright. Screw it. Screw it, we're cheating. The password to get past this puzzle is ring ding.
First you melt the wax on the paper. Then you press the seal into the wax. And voila, there's your sealed invitation.
Voila.
Thanks, Helen. I better hurry if I'm gonna make it to that party on time.
You like to have sex later? Just a thought. You've been coming on to me since we met. I wasn't supposed to go here yet.
Well, looks like the party hasn't started yet. I might as well see if I can find those magic charms from Mr. Penske while I kill some time.
Thank you. Starting to think this walkthrough isn't ideal, but that's alright. You disappoint me, walkthrough. We gotta go back to my office and find the talisman. She meant voila. Yeah, but I mean the subtitle said Walla. Walla. Like Walla Walla, Washington. Nope. Nope. Hello. That's what I was looking for.
This must be the raven's feather Mr. Penske was talking about.
Alright. Now we have a party to get to. Oh ho! It is indeed time to change the discs. I mean, I love that this game is structured so well that you don't really need to jump through a ton of hoops. You don't have to constantly change CDs. Pretty much once you've taken care of all of the story beats in one particular section of the game, on to the next. Oh yeah, there is this one issue with running it this way that it seems to have issues with. The CD a little bit. Just a little bit. Isn't like some FMV games where you had to change discs at random. That's right, Pandora Directive, I'm looking at you. God. The friggin' the street alone. Chandler Avenue. You couldn't put all those people on the same disc? How hard would that have been? Let me give you the answer. Not hard at all. I'm kidding. I love that game so much. Ow. Ow, that hurt. Being sick is no fun, kids. Yeah. That's alright. Or it could be worse. It could be like a fork in the tail and just be a completely shitty game. There's that. I'll wait until the little hourglass figure stops flickering. We should be good to go. One of the reasons why I didn't actually mind flash traffic all that much, for all its faults, it was a very well compartmentalized game. One thing I don't miss about the old days, disc swapping. Yes, absolutely. Games like this. Oh my goodness. Where'd you get a tux, you sexy bastard?
Well, well. If it isn't Mr. Mulehaven and his esteemed guest.
You must be James Pearson of the COI. Joseph's told me all about your little visit.
I've got enough to pin on you to send you back to Germany. Joseph.
I wonder if you wouldn't be so kind as to allow Mr. Pearson and myself to chat privately.
All right, listen, mister. I know what you're up to, and I don't like it.
My dear Mr. Pearson, you have no idea at all what I am up to. You are, how do you say it, in over your head.
Well, the way I see it is that you're the one who's in over your head. Now, maybe if you had some of your thugs here to back you up, things would be a little different. But right now, I'm the one holding on the cards.
We've somehow managed to get off on the wrong foot. For that, I am sorry. We are not so different, you and I, as you might think.
I am nothing like you.
Perhaps. But we are both after the same thing, no? I merely seek to return to my homeland what is rightfully ours. I prefer to do so as diplomatically as possible, without conflict. The incident at the loft was a terrible mistake. We were merely after the lackey's key.
Key? What key?
It looks much like an iron cross, does it not? It is a symbol of military honor in my country.
Well, it looks like I can add interfering with a federal investigation to the list of charges. I think it's about time you left quietly.
I have no intention of doing any such thing.
Let's not cause a scene.
Well, you're moving up in the world, sport. I never thought to see you at such a ritzy place as this. Have you met Elliot Ness?
No, but...
No buts about it, then you simply have to meet him. I'm sure you'd like to meet the ladies, too, huh? Young bachelor like you ought to knock him dead. Elliot, I want you to meet Jim Pearson. Now, he's the young fella I've been talking about. The man who's going to give the COI some legs to stand on.
Pleasure to meet you, Jim.
Likewise, Mr. Ness. Please, call me home.
Oh, no, you can't leave without saying hello to the ladies now, Jimbo.
A roll.
What do they think?
Hello. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, dick. It's just what I'm gonna call it because it's accurate. Ah.
I'm sorry. I've got to run.
Don't be silly, Jimbo. You just got here.
I'll be sure to stop back later.
Brunette McCleavage.
He's a bit of a strange bird, that fella.
God, I just want to punch him in his perfect teeth.
What's back?
Private room, sir. Not open tonight.
But I just saw somebody go in there. Mulhaven's friend, the German.
That's a good one. What is he, a spy?
Is there something back there a spy would want?
I've been watching this door all night. There ain't nobody in there.
You went through when you were talking to Mulhaven.
You saying I haven't been doing my job?
I'm sure you've been doing a fine job watching the door. Haven't seen it go anywhere all night. There is a man back there, and I've got to get him. Now, am I going to have to...
To what? If you don't beat it, mister, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll toss you out in your can.
Alright. Plan the second. Can we go this way? Let's go over here. Hello. Oh yes, we need a dish from the table. This is a very lovely room, though. Let's take that.
This
dish.
might just come in handy.
And now we'll head over here. Well, isn't that something? Well, this is going to cause a bit of an unfortunate mess.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the gala premiere of The Raven Room. We hope you've been enjoying the festivities so far this evening.
What's going on here, huh? Break the door down. Open the
Come on,
door.
get in there, dude.
Will you open the door?
Let's go for it. Come on.
Come on, fellas.
What are you doing back here?
What's going on here?
We caught this guy trespassed.
Call for a squad car.
Oh, shouldn't the Bureau handle this?
We'll sort it all out later. Call for a squad car.
All right, give us some room here. Let's go, people. This is official business. Come on, let's go.
Nice work, Jim. Clever. The perfect follower stream. Cancels Aaron playing Fork in the Tail, sick, and Twitch stream quality switching from yellow to red every 5 minutes. Yep. Yep. Look up. There we are. Whoa. Okay. What have we here? Okay, so there's a very specific puzzle here. We need to go to our rune list. I think it's Helen's notes. Each gift to him is now devoted. 20-second line. We need to press all these in order? Jesus! Alright. Well, shit. Backwards Z, directional arrow up. How do I rotate the table? No. Where's the backwards Z? That's not it. That's the directional arrow up, though. It's so much easier. Ah, here we go. It's kind of like the backwards Z, although it's more like a lightning bolt. There's the directional arrow up. Shit. Unless that is it. I guess it kind of looks... I did not mean to do that. Stagnation resists no challenge. I don't think that was the right one. Sheets. Yeah, it's not the right one. That's an entirely different symbol. Yeah, that is the lightning bolt. This is a backwards tilted Z. I gotta keep looking. Arrow for X. I don't know what the hell you'd call that. Keep turning. Arrow. I don't know what the hell. F, another arrow. Ah, Jesus. Infinity, other infinity symbol. Or maybe I should ignore those and concentrate on the shields? Doesn't seem right either. Alright, I'm gonna call bullshit on this puzzle. Screw it. Give me back to the one without a lock. Right there. And we will just use the code Arthur. This feels like a cheat, but I am too sick to even fight with this puzzle, so... Arthur does the trick. Uh-oh. You're telling me nobody heard that? You lucky son of a bitch, Jim.
This is my jurisdiction. It's a federal offense.
It happened in city lines, you federal son of a bitch!
Why, you provincial little... Elliot, help me out here.
This isn't the place for this. Meet me in my office in an hour.
I knew that Mr. Sullivan was going to be plenty sore with me for causing such a fuss at the Raven Room, but it was worth it. The next day, I decided to avoid the office and give him a chance to cool down, while I headed off to Sunnyvale instead. Now that I had all three of his magic trinkets in hand, I was eager to see what Mr. Penske would do with them. Unfortunately, I never got the chance.
Where's Mr. Penske?
I'm sorry, who is it that you're looking for?
Mr. Penske?
I'm sorry, there's no one named Penske here.
But he was just in here yesterday. You were there, I saw you.
You must be mistaken, sir. This room has been unoccupied for some time. Are you sure you have the right place?
But that's impossible. He was just here. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it.
Sir! Are you all right, sir? You seem a little flushed. Perhaps I can find something to calm your nerves.
No creepy-ass lying nurse.
No. No, thanks.
I don't want to have anything to do with
I'll
you.
be just fine.
My leads grew cold as the coming winter. I was still at a loss to explain Walter Penske's sudden disappearance, but at least the nightmares had stopped. Now I simply drifted in and out of a dreamless sleep. I lost all track of time, the result of too many restless nights that left me with little energy to uncover the secrets of the Brotherhood of Thule. How they were linked to the Torso Killer, I wasn't sure. 8 victims down, 1 to go, if this guy really was following the prophecy of the ritual. And afterwards, God only knows what might happen. Like the calm before the storm, I sensed that something big was waiting to happen. And somehow, I would be in the center of it all. Maybe this Madame Cassandra can explain to me what's been going on.
Cassandra Rollins. Fair enough. It was Phantasmagoria all along. Every FMV game is essentially Phantasmagoria.
Madame Cassandra awaits you.
Oh, goodness.
Something weighs heavy on your heart. What is it that is troubling you? Ow! Oh, your aura has been branded.
What?
Oh, your spirit. It carries a very dark cloud.
Ma'am, following any of your Swami acts. Can you speak to me in plain English? How about we start with why you sent me this?
Why? You must be the young man from the COI.
That's right, ma'am. I'm Jim Pearson. Now, Madam
You're
Cassandra?
among friends now, Jim, please. My name is Cassie. Oh, Dottie! Dottie! Oh, hello, Dottie. Could you please bring Mr. Pearson and I a cup of tea?
Yes, madam.
This Madame Cassandra bit, it's just for my clients. Thank you. Now, I'm sure there's lots to talk about between you and I.
El the Holy, I am ill. Not well at all.
Shall we begin?
Terry Garr. Hey, darling. Ask about Mr. Penske. Yes, I'm quite ill. That's okay.
Have you heard from Mr. Penske? You mentioned in your letter that he'd been in touch with you.
Just an odd little note with no return address. It only just arrived. It said if I were to receive this message, he would be out of reach for some time, and that I was to contact you immediately on a matter of utmost importance. He didn't mention what that matter was.
How long ago was this?
I only just received his letter. I wrote you straight away. Walter wouldn't have sent me that message without good reason.
Are you and Mr. Penske very close to one another?
Well, if anyone can be close to that stubborn old mule, I guess it's me.
Well, I'm sure he's fine. Wherever he is.
All right.
Mr. Penske was supposed to help me with something that... Well, it may all sound a little strange.
There's nothing strange under the sun. There are only small minds with small views of the world around us.
Well, he had me find these 3 trinkets. A book, a feather, and this fang. There's some kind of magic charms that are supposed to
Well, they're to help me with some problems with these nightmares that I was having. He was going to show me how to use them. The darndest thing is, my nightmares have stopped. Only I hardly sleep at all now.
The talismans are only temporary measures. Walter understood that. He should, after all. That's what I taught him. The problem is that your aura is still branded. You must be cleansed.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Cassie, I just don't get what it is you're trying to tell me.
That's okay, Jim. Let me try to explain this to you in layman's terms. Your spirit has an energy which someone like me, someone with a trained eye, can see. That energy glows with a white light. With you, I see a black shadow surrounding that light. Someone has tried to invade your spirit. Those nightmares are merely symptoms. Your subconscious mind is much more powerful.
Whoa, you're losing me again.
Someone is attacking you through your dreams. The 3 talismans are keeping them at bay, but that's only temporary. You must use them against your tormentor if you wish to be free.
Okay. So how do I get this guy?
He's also reading off a cue sheet.
It is dangerous, but you must stop them at the source.
I don't care about the danger. I just want to get this guy.
I can put you in a trance. You can travel to your dream state and face the source of your nightmares.
No offense, ma'am, but this all sounds like a lot of hooey to me.
Right. Is it any crazier than the nightmares that have plagued you already?
I don't guess so.
Shall we begin?
No seems like a poor choice. Alright.
Now relax. Concentrate on the locket. Block everything else out. Concentrate, concentrate, concentrate.
Whoa. That's completely normal. Oh my goodness. Star. Now the voices are supposedly there to help you, but I can't make them out to save my life. They're supposed to be telling you the order of both sets of runes on each side of the door, but only if you're able to separate one out from the other, maybe? Anyway, the left side is crown, key, serpent, star, key, shield, sun, I assume it's this one, and then bird. The right side should be bird, moon, shield, fish, that is not a fish, serpent, comet, crown, fish. Well, this doesn't make a ton of sense. Moon and TH. Curiouser and curiouser. It reminds me of the internet from Ripper. The internet. Ooh. Fuck it, I'll call this internet. Woo. Alright, let's back out of here.
Thanks for your help.
You're quite welcome, Jim. I'm glad to help.
Ow. Tell her about what we saw.
I was floating in the night sky. I was surrounded by colored spheres.
Like the stars and the planets?
I suppose so.
There must be a pattern. You need to find it. In astrology, the spheres are associated with any number of things. Colors, metals, numbers, even angels. Find the associations and you'll be able to find your way through the spheres. Perhaps...
Ah, Death Star! Like when the kids go into the internet and
It's
weird
a book on
science.
astrology. It will help you see the patterns amongst the stars and planets.
And this leads to another puzzle. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, back in the day, I was much more tolerant of incredibly detailed puzzles like these. Nowadays, I'm just like, ugh, just give me the way through and skip it. Okay, so that one planet symbol we saw was Saturn, and the other one was the moon. Saturn's 15, the moon is 369. Alright. Probably should have looked around at the rest of them. Maybe there were more there. Alright. Well, that's enough of that for now, I think. I'm gonna go to Sullivan's office. I still crave puzzles like these, you know?
What's on your mind?
They're not bad when they're done well. Sometimes I feel like they're deliberately obfuscated. Alright, so we gotta link the Brotherhood of Thule and torso killings. Or maybe we should ask about Von Hess first.
What happened to that Von Hess fellow?
He's in Winslow's hands. I've requested that he be turned over into our custody, but I'm afraid the FBI has all the pull with the men in Washington right now. I should imagine, however, that at the very least, he'll be deported to Germany.
That's a win.
I know you're gonna think this is a little screwy, sir, but... well... I am convinced that there is a connection between this Brotherhood of Thule and the torso killings.
I'd say you'd lost your marbles, but I think I know you a little better than that. All the same, that's rather a large leap of logic, don't you think? What proof do you have?
Nothing firm, maybe just a hunch.
I'm gonna need something more solid than a hunch.
Well, for starters, there's Louis Fisher. We know he worked for this Brotherhood, and he was only killed after I got a hold of him at the Raven Room. Now, I think he was killed by this Brotherhood to keep him from talking, and they sent his head in a box to try to scare me away. But Detective Marilow is convinced that he was murdered by the torso killer. That's a mighty big coincidence, don't you think?
Go on.
Well, here's the really screwy part. There's the Black Dahlia.
Oh,
Black what?
I would not have mentioned that to him.
Dahlia, sir, it's a rare gem. Legend has it that whoever has this thing will be granted great powers, but only after you give it a blood sacrifice of 9 victims. It's hoodoo nonsense, sir, but it must be pretty valuable. Because Von Hess was just a little too eager to get his hands on it. That's what got him into hot water at the Raven Room.
What does this gemstone of yours have to do with the Raven Room?
I think this Brotherhood uses the Raven Room as a front. And whoever's behind this society, he's the one with the Dahlia. That's what Von Hess was trying to get in the club's back room.
Now let me see if I've got this straight. The Brotherhood of Thule uses the Raven Room as its front, and they have this magic gemstone the Nazis want? And, if I understand you correctly, the torso killings are all on account of this Black Dahlia as well?
I know it sounds half-baked.
I don't think it's even made it into the oven, Mr. Pearson.
Trust me on this one, sir. Please. I know I don't have any proof, but if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of this. The torso killer is connected to the Brotherhood of Thule, and all these murders are tied up somehow in this black gem of theirs.
Very well. I'll let you pursue this. For now, talk to Winslow and Merlo. See what they've got on the torso killings. See if you can't find some solid evidence of a connection to the Raven Room. Now, I'm sure I don't need to tell you we can have no more incidents like the one we had at the party. See if you can't handle this a little more delicately.
Thank you, sir. You won't regret this.
See that I don't, Mr. Pearson.
Oh boy. Alright, let's go talk to the detective. Yay! Haven't seen him in a while. I find myself wondering if it's a function of aging, because the older I get, the more I find complicated puzzles intolerable. True. Yeah.
What can I do for you, Pearson?
I kind of don't mind him the first time around. Like, I'm pretty sure I figured out this planet puzzle on my own the first time I played this game. Because it's not really that complicated, my brain just fell out when I saw the book, and I'm like, there's all these numbers, and oh shit. So, talk to Merlo. Ask about Von Hess first, because that's going to be the easier sell.
There was some ruckus with that Von Hess fella.
Yeah. Funny how he just happened to get caught back there like that, huh?
Yeah, it was funny that way.
Got a little something for you. I don't know why I pocketed this, but I did. I got mad when Ness handed that crowd over to Winslow, so I kept it. This'll probably do you more good than it will me. I don't know what it is, but I saw the crowd drop it. He seemed plenty upset when he couldn't find it.
Thanks, Detective. This might be a big help.
Alright. Let's ask about it.
Do you know what happened to the medallion Von Hess had on him?
What?
The medallion. It was shaped like an iron cross. He had it with him at the party.
Sorry, kid, I don't know anything about that. But if he had it with him at the party, the FBI should have found it when they tossed him.
Now for the hard sell.
I'd like to see the evidence in the torso case.
Yeah, right, kid. Why would I need another Fed interfering in my investigation? One's plenty.
Because I think I can help you.
You know, kid, you made me curious. Why do you need to see the torso evidence?
Come on, Detective. You smelled a rat ever since my man's head turned up in a box. My case is all wrapped up in this torso killing business. You know it, I know it. All I'm asking for is a little help. Let me see the case file. If anything in my investigation turns up that should have a bearing on your case, you'll be the first person I come to. Or, if you prefer, I can go straight to Winslow.
You know, I'm beginning to like you, Pearson. You'd have made a good cop. Who knows? Maybe you can help me. Nothing like getting a fresh pair of eyes on it anyways. Here you go. Knock yourself out.
Oh boy. That's gonna be a big-ass file. Hokey smokes. That's a lot of items. Do I ask about all of them? Torso killer's first victim has been identified as Angelo Santini, a 19-year-old white male. Victim's headless remains were recovered on the morning of August 18, 1941 by Andrew Wojciechowski, a local railroad employee on his way to work. Found in a burlap sack washed ashore near a sewer outlet. Believed that the killer disposed of the remains by throwing them into one of Lake Erie's tributaries or into the sewer system. Victim's head was found nearby by police on the scene in a gully along Kingsbury Run. Unlike the rest of the remains, the victim's head had been carefully wrapped in newspaper and left near the railroad tracks. It is believed that the killer wished for the head to be found. Excuse me. Oh boy, that was not fun. Coroner Gerber's autopsy reports the victim had been dismembered in swift, clean strokes. The body had been bled dry and washed after dismemberment. Coroner Gerber estimates the time of death as 36 to 48 hours prior to recovery. No sign of a struggle. The victim may have been unconscious at the time of death. Statements reveal no witnesses or strange incidents near the sewer outlet or the railroad tracks. This implies the killer was very careful when disposing of the body. It is presumed the body was transported to this location after dismemberment, as there are no indications of tremendous blood loss anywhere near the recovery site. Was last seen in the vicinity of the 49th Street Pool Hall on the evening of August 15th. Several witnesses have come forward to place him at the scene, but further information has been scarce. He left alone at approximately 12:30 a.m. One witness claims that he was returning to his home for the evening, but another witness indicates that he was going to the house of Gina Marie Tucci. Ms. Tucci admits to having been involved with the victim, but says that the victim never arrived at her house on that evening. She is specific in this regard in that she remembers being angry at the victim for his failure to arrive as agreed upon. Prior convictions as a juvenile on charges of theft and breaking and entering, has spent several months at a home for wayward boys, has been arraigned on further charges of petty theft and possession of stolen goods as an adult, but charges were dropped for lack of evidence. Given his history, there's some likelihood that the victim knew his killer and that the killer exacted brutal revenge for some wrong perpetrated by the victim. In light of the further torso killing, some credence must be given to the idea that the victim did not know his killer and had been merely chosen at random. The victim lived at 2462 East 49th Street. He is survived by his mother. Ms. Santini has no knowledge of any connection between the victim and any potential perpetrators. Search of premises have revealed no useful information.
Have you found any similarities among the torso victims?
Hard to tell what with the little bits left. Only stiff we positively identified, other than your man, was the killer's first victim, a kid named Angelo Santini.
What do you make of that one?
Kid was a street hustler, petty thief. At first we thought maybe he crossed the wrong man, but when the other bodies started popping up, we knew Santini wasn't a revenge killing. We don't have a whole lot else on him.
Alright. That's something at least. Picture inside the Santini home. Turns up nothing.
Any crime scenes bear checking into?
Funny you should mention that, because there was one place I was just thinking about checking again. We found a few bodies around the pond just off of Kingsbury Run. The sewers all run into it. We thought he might be using them, but there are miles and miles of them. You might want to try checking them yourself.
Newspaper page found wrapped around right hand. October 1/5. It's astonishing that that's the exact same number as the as Saturn in the astrology thing. I wonder if that's important.
What about the newspapers?
Damned if I know, kid. It's the strangest thing. The bodies came wrapped in them. Now, we thought he might be leaving behind a clue for us, but we haven't been able to figure out a pattern. Papers came from all sorts of different times, different places. Nothing sticks out. Maybe you can figure out a connection.
I'll do my best.
Maybe because, say, when we were kids in the 90s, kids had only like a handful of games, so you only had like one game to play all summer, so you were patient. Yeah. I remember when I first played this, it took at least a good week, I think, to get through the whole thing. Because what the hell were you going to do besides? Nowadays, how many gamers have a gigantic backlog of games to get through? Amen. We're also even more of an instant gratification society than 20 years ago. Also agreed. We've gotten very used to getting what we want when we want it. This includes internet, TV, music, movies, video games, everything. So that's probably something to do with it. Picture inlet to Kingsbury Run. Remains of victim 2 found in this gully. Newspaper sheet wrapped around upper torso of this victim. 6-5. Isn't that interesting? Now there's just enough of a couple of numbers, but everything else is blocked off. You know what? I think there might be something to this. I just don't appear to have anything to write on. Oh no, wait, this'll do. First number was 15. the first victim. This number is 65. Excuse me. Alright. The O'Grady warehouse. Victim number 3 found in the lot behind this building. Bloody sheet of newspaper found under torso of victim number 3. Now, the 300 kind of throws me off, but I see 260 up here. 260. That strikes me as a number from the list of planets, maybe. Picture portions of number 4 found in a bag dumped in the sewer. Oh boy, this should be interesting. Ew. Newspaper page wrapped around the thigh. 175? I mean, it seems deliberate that most of those numbers are covered up. Pick Lorraine Carnegie Bridge. Remains of victim number 5 were found. Same day. Same day, 10/16/41. Crumbled sheet of bloody newspaper found on shore. Portion of corpse may have been removed by rats. Oh boy. That's lovely. 111. 3 ones. Stale Luck Hobo Camp. Ness did burn them down. Kingsbury Run. Victim number 6. Newspaper page wrapped around right thigh. 369. Well, hey, I know for a fact that's a number that's the moon. 369. Erie Railroad Trestle. Found under the bridge by 2 young boys. That was this very intro to the game. Sheet of newspaper wrapped around him. 34. 34. Summary list of victims. Victim number 2 was discovered on September 2nd in Kingsbury Run, a nearby sewer outlet. The victim is a white male believed to be a transient in his late 40s. The victim bore distinguishing marks of an anchor tattoo on his upper right arm. To this date, only his head, torso, and arms have been recovered. Victim 3 was discovered on September 20th in an abandoned lot at East 20th Street. The victim is a white female of indeterminate age. She remains unidentified. To this date, only her torso has been recovered. Victim number 4 was discovered on October 16th in Kingsbury Run in a nearby sewer outlet. The victim is a black male of indeterminate age. His remains unidentified. Only his left arm and left leg have been recovered. Victim number 5 was discovered on October 16th under the Lorraine Carnegie Bridge. Victim is a white female believed to be a transient in her late 30s. She remains unidentified. Her head and torso have been recovered. The remains were badly decomposed, and Coroner Gerber estimates her time of death to be several weeks prior. Victim number 6 was discovered on November 3rd in Kingsbury Run, nearby sewer outlet. The victim is a black female of indeterminate age. She remains unidentified. Her lower legs, torso, and right arm have been recovered. Victim number 7 was discovered on November 16th near the Erie Railroad Trestle along the east bank of the Cuyahoga River. Victim is a white male believed to be a transient in his early 40s. His head, right hand, and right leg have been recovered. Oh yeah, this is the fun one. Victim number 8 was discovered on November 23rd in an abandoned warehouse on the lakefront by federal operative James Pearson. Further remains were discovered on November 27th along the banks of the Cuyahoga River. Victim has been identified as Lewis Fisher, a 35-year-old white male. The victim has several prior criminal convictions. He's believed at one time to have been a member of Dutch Schultz's gang, although he was currently out of favor with the local organized crime. Victim was last seen at St. Bartholomew's Mission. Good stuff. Cuyahoga, where Fisher's body was found.
Where's the rest of the evidence?
What do you mean? It's all there.
Well, unless the killer changed his methods just for Lewis Fisher. The rest of them should have been found wrapped up as neat as a butcher's steak.
Oh, nothing slips by you, does it, Hotshot? Thing is, that's all I've got. Winslow's been stalling with the evidence from Louis' murder for weeks. Says his boys have it in the lab. Now, if I was the cynical type, I'd say he was withholding evidence so I couldn't find the killer. I'd say he was trying to hog the credit for himself, while we working stiffs do all the work. But that'd just be if I was cynical.
Damn it. Like, I need that. Oh, I need that newspaper. Shit. Let's look at this address one more time.
I wonder if this Santini's home bears checking into.
It might. Okay. Well, I can't see the impounded evidence.
Thanks, Detective.
Without going and dealing with that Winslow fucker.
Anything for you, kid.
So I guess, unfortunately, let's go talk to that Winslow fucker.
Jimbo! What can I do you for?
Same secretary or a new one? Alright, you slimy piece of shit.
What happened to Mr. Penske? What did the Bureau do with him?
Why, whatever you talking about, sport?
Why was Mr. Penske moved from his room at Sunnyvale?
Look, now, I don't have any idea what it is you're all worked up about. Last I heard, he was shipped off to a sanitarium after his crack-up. Now, if he had been moved, I'm sure it was due to his doctor's recommendations.
Ooh. Looks like half of that scene was cut off, judging by the subtitles.
What happened to Von Hess?
We're questioning him right now. I imagine he'll be sent back to Germany shortly.
Did he spill anything?
Said he had every right to be at that party. Won't say what he wanted in that back room, though.
Did you find anything on Von Hess?
No, nothing important. Just some papers, money, that sort of thing.
No medallion?
Well, yes, now that you mention it, he did have some sort of cross on him. Why? What's so important about it?
I think that medallion plays a part in my investigation. I'm not sure what just yet, but I'd like to get my hands on it.
Oh, no, that's not too likely. Now, he may have had his hand caught in the cookie jar, but he's still an important diplomat. Now, we just can't pass around his personal belongings now, can we, sport?
He stole that medallion.
Do you have any proof of that?
No.
Then I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
You're a slimy shit, Dick. He's gonna say no. There's no point in my even asking.
I'd like to see the evidence in the torso case.
Jimbo, that's hardly your jurisdiction.
True, but I believe there's a connection between my case and your killer.
That doesn't seem very likely. How do you figure?
Well, there's the Louis Fisher murder.
Louis Fisher worked at many different places and made quite a few enemies. It doesn't surprise me that the torso killer was one of them.
Slimy, slimy piece of shit.
Detective Merlo tells me you've still got some of the evidence in the torso case.
Our boys are going over the evidence very thoroughly. We've had a late start on this case. Marilo's been working on it far longer than us, and he's gotten nowhere. Now that we've been called in, we intend to do the job right. If there's one thing in this world I can't abide, it's incompetence.
That's weird, because you show plenty
So
of it.
it's not because Detective Merlo has a leg up on you, like he says.
I'm gonna be the man to catch this killer. But I suppose I should look into it and make sure my men return the evidence once they're done with it.
No, you. Glad I can't click on you some more, you piece of shit. Ugh. Hate this fucker. Hate him. Hate him. Hate him. Hate him. dick. Alright. Sorry about all my cursing, but... let's check out Kingsbury Run. I don't think there's a lot we can do at the moment, but... we can look around. At least a little bit. Yeah, and I don't know why I'd want to do this. Hello. Can't really make out anything. There's nothing to click on. Can we open the door?
It seems to be locked solid.
Seems to be. Hello, hello. What have we here? NRA, I did my part. Shut up, Shakespeare. Alright, well. Anything down this way? Oh, no. Just makes you leave. Alright, fair enough. Let's go to the Santini Hall.
This is his room. The police already searched it many times. I don't know why you need to see it again.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm just new to the case. Just thought I'd have a look around, see if I could see anything that maybe some of the other detectives might have missed.
You leave things the way you found them. You won't disturb anything.
You won't even know I've been here, ma'am. I'll leave this place exactly as I found it. I was raised to pay respect for the departed. Do you know of anybody that would have wanted to harm your boy, ma'am?
Everyone loved my Angelo. He was a sweet angel.
Do you recall him getting into any fights? Someone with a grudge against your son?
My Angelo was not killed because of a grudge. He was killed by a monster. My boy never hurt nobody. He was a good boy.
I'm sure he was, ma'am. I'm sure he was.
That's about Italian as mothers get. Okay. What am I looking for here? Is there a switch? Yes, there is. Where's that light coming from? I don't see a light source. And yet... Huh. Can I make her go away? Can you go away, please?
I'm going to leave you alone now. I would just be in your way here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ow. Hello.
So, Angelo and Louis knew each other. And why doesn't it surprise me to see two torso victims hanging out in the clubroom of the Brotherhood of Thule?
Aha! That's another connection. The Raven Room. Yes, aha, indeed. guess this door is a kind of puzzle too. Aha! I've got your mumbo jumbo down. Hello. Oh boy. One of those times when screenshotting would be really useful. Okay. So, I'm gonna say Luna equals moon. Mercury equals devil boy. That's what it looks like to me. Isn't that the male symbol with devil horns? Veneris. I can't spell. Veneris equals boy. Just male symbol. Ah, my pen's dying. Rats and Kramer. Alright. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Being sick is no fun. I don't recommend it. Wow. All of my pens are dead. Either that or they're just tired of writing on mouse pads. Nope. This pen is dead as shit. Latin. Yeah, probably. Solus is sun. Martis looks like the female symbol, right? Kind of. It's the arrow up and to the right is the female symbol. Kind of like that. I'll just put girl. Lewis or Lewis? It kind of looks like Lewis. That's an interesting I-O-U-I-S. I'll just call that a curly 4. Trying to match the names up to the symbols because I know I'm going to have to do that later. And then Saturni is a T5 thing. That's what I'll call that, the T5 thing. Hopefully that'll make sense to me when I come up on that puzzle that requires that answer, but... Okay, let's get out of here. Fills me with helpful drugs. Oh, thank you. I need all the helpful drugs I can get. Tempted to take another Dayquil, but I know I'm just gonna go to bed in like an hour and a half or so. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, man. Is there anything else to find in here? I don't think so, but... What's this tapestry? Oh, balls. There is no way. Alright, if this is the answer to a puzzle, I'm just gonna cheat and put in the code for this one. There's no way I'm gonna write all that shit down. That's not happening. Alright, well, we've got some more info. Let's go see Marillo. See if Winslow did something helpful for once in his fucking life.
Come in. What can I do for you, Pearson?
Oh, Madfrid, sorry. Moobot does not like links.
Has Winslow returned the evidence yet?
Yeah. The newspaper we found with him is in the file. That's what you wanted, wasn't it? Think you can find something in that?
Too soon to tell, Detective.
But that's the last number. Just 4? Alright. The last number is just 4. That makes 8. Alright.
Thanks, Detective.
Anything for you, kid.
Alright, so now we gotta go talk to Cassie and go into that trance again. Miss Cassandra. Oh.
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Cassie.
Oh, first let's look at that book.
Do you mind if I have another look at that book?
Not at all.
Next page, please. That's the one I wanted. Ah! Throwing my stuff all around the room. Alright. So. Move over, mousepad. I need room to write. The order is 15 Saturn, 65 Mars. I'll just write them on the side here. Saturn. 65 is Mars. Excuse me. 260 is Mercury. What's the next one? 175 is Venus. 111 is the Sun. 369 is the Moon. Moon. 34 is Jupiter. Oh no! Don't you start now. You're the only pen I've got left. And 4 is Earth. No wonder it ends on Earth. Alright. Now the symbols for these planets in order. Saturn is freaky looking H. Mars is it's the other way around, isn't it? I thought the cross underneath was male, but I guess it's the upward facing arrow. No, screw it. Doesn't matter. Mars is the circle with the upward facing arrow. Mercury is the devil girl, I guess you would call it, because it's the same symbol as Venus, but with the devil horns. And then Venus is just the same symbol without the horns. So women are stick figures? Just little heads, little bodies, little arms. Anyway. Sun is actually a sun. Not too difficult there. The moon looks like the moon. Jupiter. Jupiter is that freaky looking 4. And Earth. Earth looks like a circle with a cross in it. The arrows are male. That's what I thought. Alright, so now we've got a genuine, honest-to-God answer. Let's go to the trance.
Could you put me in a trance?
Put it to use.
Of course. Let's begin. Now relax. Concentrate on the locket. Block everything else out. Concentrate, concentrate, concentrate.
Alright. So now, we're looking for... We're going to start with Saturn. I believe is that one. Except the Saturn symbol did not have a cross in it. But I'm going to look just to be safe. Oh no, I can't look. Correct answer is always going to be one of these two, I guess? Well, we'll start with Saturn. Okay, from here we can see... Hey, that looks a lot like Mars. Go to Mars. And then it's on to Mercury with the devil horns. That's you. And then it's on to Venus, which is you. And then the Sun, which is quite obviously you. And then the Moon, again, quite obviously you. Jupiter is the number 4. And back to Earth, which is this lovely thing. And that sends us to one last, final planet. The gray planet with no symbol whatsoever. It was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom! Whoa. Where'd we wind up? This is a creepy place. What manner of creepy place is this? Cool. Stones. It's Ernie and Louie playing games when Louie was still alive. Interesting. You need a shave, my friend. Louie the fish. This is why his stone looks like a fish. The cross must have been for Ernie. Although I wonder what it means that his picture's here. The hands? Who's the hands? Is that Angelo, the first victim? Must be. Hey, secret compartment in his house, in his room. How about that? Necklace? The necklace is me? Or Jim? Or possibly Cassie. Although I don't know why Cassie would be involved in this. The cup. We're gonna save the knife for last. Who is that? No idea who that is. We're gonna save that knife thing for last, I think. See who the glasses are. Penske? Curious. Last but not least, the stabby thing. That's disturbing. That's the torso killer. He had help. It's time to get out of here, I think.
Thanks for your help.
You're quite welcome, Jim. I'm glad to help.
Alright, talk to her about what we saw.
I was in this giant hall, and at the base of a throne, there was a pool, and around the edge of the pool were these little stones. And then when I placed one of those stones in the pool, I saw things.
The stones are iconic. They are a representation or a symbol of a person. These icons allow you to see who they represent through your dreams. It's a simple matter to create these icons. All you need is a personal item or some kind of totem to represent who you want to see.
I saw myself in there. I was at this very table in a trance. You were by my side.
Yes. Your attacker must have obtained a totem of yours. Any personal item of importance would have worked. A lock of your hair, something you cared about deeply, like a family heirloom.
My St. Christopher's medal. It's been missing.
Yes, that certainly would have worked. Of course, you could turn the tables on him and see him in your dream, if you had one of his totems. It would have to be something personal, something that was part of him, something that he uses regularly.
If I knew who he was, I wouldn't need to see him in my dreams. I'd go straight after the son of a bitch. Excuse me, ma'am.
It's quite all right, Jim. I've heard far worse. It's true. Finding an appropriate totem won't be easy. It may aid you yet.
All right.
I knew the Penske file was something. It's a reference to a Seinfeld episode. Really? Why don't I remember that episode? Save my game. Alright, let's go hit up that Santini house. Excuse me.
When you're finished, you come into the kitchen. I make you a good meal.
There's no need for that, ma'am.
Look at you, you're all skin and bones. You come in the kitchen before you go and you eat.
All right. A home-cooked meal does sound good right about now.
He's adorable. Ah, I love Italians. Hello. Well, we know that isn't quite on right. Kind of my dream to show me that. Cigarettes, switchblade. This stuff looks important. Fireworks. According to Oglin's ceremony they gathered to pursue it originally recorded in an ancient runic text called the Thule Prophecy. Independent inquiries into the validity of this document indicate that it does indeed exist. It is an odd mix of pagan and early Christian sophistic folklore, which originated among the rebellious proclamations of East Phrygian tribal leaders who in 800 AD and under the influence of their Viking cousins to the north, inspired to throw off the Holy Roman yoke and return to the free and easy lifestyle of their pagan ancestors. The rebellion was, of course, crushed by Charlemagne, who subsequently ordered the codification of Germanic tribal law in order to protect such disgruntled citizens' future. That's it? Can't go on and read further stuff? Apparently not. But this looks interesting.
Mrs. Santini, I am indeed interested in the items that you described to me at our last meeting. I made arrangements to supply you with payment in the amount that you requested. Meet me on Thursday at the usual time and place where the exchange can occur. I promise you that I will not be late this time and that your security will not be compromised. Walter Pensky.
So that's how Mr. Pensky got those runes. I guess Angelo did cross the wrong guy after all.
Mrs. Santini? Mrs. Santini!
What is it?
I'm sorry to have disturbed his room, ma'am, but I found something. I know this can't compensate for the loss of your son, but I know that Angelo would have wanted you to have this.
Bless you, Mr. Pearson. You're a good boy.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, you're not going to take her up on that meal? Dude, you really need it. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's go to Kingsbury Run. I think we know where the killer is. And we do. Let's catch that bastard. That woman, I can tell just by looking, could cook a truly awesome dinner. You know? If an Italian woman offers to make me food, I'm never turning it down. Not ever. Not ever. I had a friend. She was young. She was, younger than me by a good, 5-10 years? Something like that. Every time I came over to visit her, she insisted on making me something. And it was usually a cheesecake. And they were awesome. She made me a peanut butter cheesecake once that was to die for. And I begged her for the recipe and she let me take some home and it was just, oh. Holy God in heaven. Especially an older one, because they're the ones who had lots of practice and know their shit. Yeah, true, but I would say that even the younger ones have had some of that wisdom handed down to them and can turn out some good shit. It was yummy. It wasn't the best cheesecake I've ever had. The best cheesecake I've ever had, you'll never believe this, best cheesecake I ever had was in a hospital cafeteria. And I remember this because it was in a hospital cafeteria, and I could not believe something so good came out of a hospital cafeteria, but it was true. It must have been an accident because it never showed up again, but in their dessert tray they had caramel apple cheesecake slices. Unbelievable. Like, I finished mine, went back, got another one, brought it back, and had that. Because damn. Anyway, after about a week or so, when they were all gone, we never saw them again. Which sucked.
I arrived at the pool at Kingsbury Run, hoping to find a few clues. I found something else.
December 6, 1941. That date sounds a little familiar. Oh shit. Hell. North. east. East. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to get this without a walkthrough. Unless you're just supposed to map the whole thing out and take your time and try and find him. But I mean, it's supposed to be kind of... It's a chase, isn't it? Kind of, almost. 3. I'm not sure. Did we go east 3 times or 4 times? Shit. Let's go one more time. And if we can't turn north, we know we made a mistake, but... Yeah, there is no north turn here, so it's got to be back one. So now we should go north 3 times. One. 2. 3. You'll pass through a gate. Let's keep going north. Yeah, I think hospital cafeterias get a bad rap, but they're actually not that bad. I worked at the VA, the Veterans Hospital, for about a year and a half, I think, somewhere around there. That was a good job, and that was an incredible cafeteria, really good food. And I got spoiled by it because when I went to my next posting, which was not as good.
That's fresh blood, all right. He must have cut his hand pretty bad.
Ow. Damn. Alright, I just want to solve this puzzle. Meters running along the top should be numbered 4, 1, 2. The highest one. And 3. Bottom name should be numbered 7. 4. 1, 2, 3. Why 4, 1, 2, 3? What the hell's wrong with this guy? Who the hell wrote this walkthrough? Bottom meter is 7. The wheels starting from the left are 6, 5, 8, and 9. Just to make this as confusing as fuck. What the hell's wrong with you? Alright, turn wheel 9 to the right until meter 4, which is over here, reads 30. Well, considering I can't see what they are, I'm assuming it's 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. That's 30. Turn wheel 8, which is this one, to the right until meter 1. This one reads 30. Okay. Turn wheel 5, which is this one, to the left until meter 3, which is this one, reads 30. Turn wheel 9 to the right again until meter 4 reads 30. Turn wheel 5 to the left. Millimeter 3 reads 30. Not much. You don't have to turn this a lot to get that moving. Turn wheel 6, which is this one, to the left until meter 2 reads 30. Yes. There we go. Turn wheel 9 to the right until meter 4 reads 30. This one again. Turn wheel 6 back here to the left until meter 2 reads 30. Turn it back just a little bit again. Whoa. Okay. Stupid seam valves. There's a subway in the county hospital here. Nice. There's 2 hospitals in this city, and one is more French language oriented. Wouldn't go there if I could avoid it. Never been to the cafeteria though, but the food was alright. You could do worse than Subway, Raytana. Stupid steam valves. Yes. After I gave birth, it was 3 a.m. Didn't eat anything the day before, and I wasn't allowed to eat till they served breakfast at 8. Ugh. All I had was ice chips the entire day. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Raytana. That's awful. Oh.
I better make a note of these weird symbols.
Bollocks. Yes, you better.
I've seen that cross shape before. It looks just like the medallion Von Hess had at the party.
Oh, bollocks. And Winslow has it. God damn it. Fucking Winslow. I don't want to ask for his help. Freaking Winslow.
Jimbo! What can I do you for?
I need that medallion you found on Von Hess. Isn't there something you can do, Dick?
No can do, sport. I can't just pass around federal evidence now, can I?
It's extremely important. I wouldn't ask you if it weren't.
Why? What's so important about that cross, Jimbo? You look like the cat that ate the canary.
I followed a suspect through the sewers underneath Cleveland. He managed to get away, but I found a secret chamber. I think this man's the torso killer.
The torso killer? Well, we've long suspected he had such a hideout. His work's too messy to be conducted just anywhere. But what's this all have to do with that cross, Jimbo?
Well, I didn't find a hideout, not exactly, but I came to a dead end. There was a door that looked like it had some kind of strange lock. A cross-shaped lock. About the size of that medallion.
You don't say. Well, that certainly is interesting. I'll send some men over to take a look. You just tell me where that is.
No dice.
Oh, I'm the one with the jurisdiction over the torso killer.
And I'm the one who's invested all his time and energy in the Brotherhood of Thule investigation. And now that it's about to bust wide open, I am not turning it over for all the money in the world.
Well, seems we've reached a bit of an impasse. I can get the medallion.
Ugh.
You know where to use it.
Sorry, Raytana.
All right. All right, I'll make you a deal, Jimbo. I'll come with you. I get the credit for solving the torso killings. You get the credit for cracking this Brotherhood of Thule thing, huh? Not bad for the career, that.
I'm not looking for a career boost, Dick. I just want this case solved, and these murders stopped.
Well, of course.
Fucking scumbags all about credit.
Better be on the level with this secret hideout, Jimbo. I'd hate to ruin a new pair of shoes for nothing.
It's back here.
You're a
Barely
scumbag.
keep up with him. Nearly lost me in this blasted tunnel.
I would have imagined it would have come at you with an axe.
God.
Good Lord, this place is awful.
Wah.
I need that medallion now.
Here you go, sport. I trust you know what to do with this.
Yeah, hospitals are... Ugh. No fun.
I'll cover you from here.
Are you for real?
I don't think that's a good sign, Jim. Jim, look at the faces. Oh God, I think I'm gonna be sick. Sorry, buddy, you're on your own.
Dick! Dick, come back! It stopped!
Jesus.
Well, I guess it's just you and me now, you sick bastard.
Whoa, okay, this is a bad sign. Yeah, I would agree with you. Alright, a set of pressure locks, huh? Starting at the top, number the switches in a clockwise fashion, so that the locks on the left, these I assume? Or these? I don't know. I can't press anything quite in the middle there. I can press these. So these are 1 and 2, and then clockwise around. The order to flip the locks is 5. Be not that one. This one. 5. 5, 4. 2. 3. 7. 5. 2.
Now, obviously, I can't open this door. There must be some other way to get in there.
Look up to your left. See a ventilation shaft.
The back of the Raven Room. The torso killer is connected to them.
Our brotherhood grew strong. Vehu Isa Degos.
Vehu Isa Degos.
Stand steady, brothers. Go now.
That pendant. That's just the sort of talisman that Madame Cassandra said I should find to use against him. The candlestick. That must be the trick to getting into that cabinet.
Huh. All right. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Raytana. That sounds awful. I'll take that. Oh. Okay. Ah, yes, you have to move these individually. Rotate them either the one way or the long way. Ow. But that's not right. That's not right at all. Bingo. Taking that medallion.
Ah, the killer's talisman. I'm sure that this was just the sort of thing Madame Cassandra was talking about.
Piece of jade looking like a demon's claw? Yeah, this guy's not evil at all. He's just misunderstood. Okay, we gotta go back and talk to Cassie. Believe it or not, the only way to track this guy now is through our dreams. Which is a sense that does not make any sense, but hey.
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Cassie.
Alright. Trance me, baby.
Could you put me in a trance?
Of course. Let's begin. Now relax. Concentrate on the locket.
I am a dream warrior.
Block everything else out. Concentrate.
I can tell you're sick. I'm wearing super warm clothes. The AC is off, and I'm still cold. Hey, this is that pendant. Let's have a look at that. Just calmly reading. Well, I haven't murdered anyone yet today, so I might as well get on that. It's time to kill someone good and proper. Doo-doo. Oh, hello. That green book apparently opens a secret passageway. What the hell?
I've got to rush off. I'll explain later.
What about
I'm sorry, I don't have the time. Thanks. I'm telling you, I saw his secret lab. I saw the way in.
Are you crazy? You know I can't get a warrant out of your trip to a crystal gazer?
There's no time for a warrant. I thought you'd want to know when I'd come across the killer. I guess I was wrong. But something weird happened down there, and I'm gonna find out what it was. With or without you.
Wait, kid! I want in on this cockamamie scheme of yours!
Knew it was a matter of time before somebody said cockamamie.
You got a smoke?
I didn't know you smoked, kid.
I do now.
Bookshelf. And that's something.
Are you ready, Detective? Our killer's hideout's right down those steps.
I called some of my men. They should be here to back us up soon. But just in case.
Great old word, cockamamie. Mm-hmm. Wonder what we're gonna find.
What the hell?
Whoa.
Looks like we're a little late to help victim number 9.
That can't be. It's him.
You know the stiff?
That's the killer. I'm sure of it.
You were wrong, Jim. That poor sap couldn't be the killer. But at least we found his hideout, even if he isn't here. You did good work. We'll get some clues we can use on it.
And they're all gonna point to that man right there on the altar, Detective. That's the killer. I'm sure of it. There's his cane. Someone took it.
Took what, kid?
The Dahlia. It's missing.
Elliot better have taken anything. Elliot, I want these amateurs removed immediately. They've botched everything. Why, if we hadn't been tipped off that they were down here...
Amateurs? We just bust this case wide open. We weren't too chicken to...
I had enough sense to get a search warrant.
You're
now
just
we won't be able to use
sore.
one shred of evidence.
Sore because we found the killer's hideout first. You're worried our mugs will be on the front page instead of yours.
There'll be no contact with the press about this.
Mr. Ness?
You just busted illegally into a club owned by some very important people. People with contacts to Washington, all the way to the top. They're gonna be very unhappy with what we found here.
You can't just cover this
Mr.
up.
Pearson, you're way out of your jurisdiction here. You're in no position to be arguing with anyone.
But how can you...
I'm gonna do what's in the best interest of this country. President Roosevelt was just on the radio. The Japs have bombed Pearl Harbor. We're going to war.
Dun 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 dun. So our killer somehow got killed. Ain't that interesting? That's how these things work, Coyote 37. You get some great scenes, and then all of a sudden, bam! Time to change CDs. Oh, man. speaking of dramatic moments. Hey, I haven't been dropping a ton of frames, but I noticed that I have dropped some. That's a shame. How's the stream holding up? Everything alright? Volume okay for everybody? I probably should have asked this like 3 hours ago, but whatever. Okay, we are ready for CD6, and go.
My involvement with the Torso murders ended with little fanfare in December of 1941. Officially, the case remained open and unsolved, but no new bodies were ever found, and no new suspects ever turned up. The mess at the Raven Room was hushed up, but there were those of us who knew that a 9th victim was found in a secret lab underneath the streets of Cleveland. They later identified him as Dr. Eisenstadt, an expatriated Austrian aristocrat who had fled Europe during the rise of Hitler's Nazi Party. Whether this man was merely the last of a series of victims, as the police believed, or the Torso killer himself, as I had always suspected, no one was able to say. His murderer remained unknown and at large. In early '42, I finally got my wish and was transferred out of Cleveland. By then, the US of A was up to its neck in the struggle against the Axis, and so the COI had been given new powers and renamed the OSS. I said my goodbyes to Mr. Sullivan and shipped out to Europe. Unfortunately, I couldn't rid myself of Dick Winslow. His connections landed him a cushy new post in England as liaison to the British Secret Service. By spring of '45, things looked good for the Allies. We'd made the push all the way to Nuremberg when I was called in to investigate a bomb-proof vault full of stolen art treasures. My reputation as an expert on Himmler and his SS spook squad and their crazy fascination with the occult, along with what they'd found among the miles of old mine shafts, had the brass calling for me in a hurry. Occult symbols marked the walls. Symbols that bore an uncanny resemblance to a bag of runes I still carried in my possession. It was my first solid lead on the Dahlia in 4 years.
You've been pulling junk out of that joint for hours now. I swear, those crowds hoisted everything but the kitchen sink. I think they even got one of my paintings in there, and I ain't painted nothing since Mrs. Kaufman's art class in the 5th grade. Say, that reminds me.
You ever come up for air, kid?
What's that, sir? Oh, yeah, the mouth. Yeah, the boys all say I put the powder in Patterson. Patterson, New Jersey, that is. That's where I'm from.
What's your name, Private?
Private Benjamin J. Schwartz. Sir. Most folks just call me Benny.
You're okay, Benny. How about filling me in on this room you found?
Oh, yes, sir, Captain. I'll tell you what, it's a real creep show back in there. Kind of stuff make even Boris Karloff crap in his drawers, you know what I mean? Yeah, some of the boys tried to go back in there, but they got that place all rigged up. Petey was nearly crushed to death when that big door shut on him. Whatever it is they got hidden back there, they sure didn't want just anyone waltzing in and hauling it off. This is it, Captain. Good luck.
Thanks, Benny.
Ho hum, ho hum. Oh, bollocks. Seriously? Sorry, gonna deal with a friend. See this? It's disappointing. Oh. This is what that tapestry from before was trying to show me, but instead of needing to know the names of the planets and what the symbols are, I have to know the symbols and their positions on the freaking thing. That's just freaking awful. I back out, look above it. Nope. Hello. Holy God in heaven. It's Gandalf coming to visit the Shire. Nazi Germany Shire. Okay. I'm on board. Mean, shitty puzzle coming at you. Yeah, tell me about it. Alright. Oh, hell. Ah, damn it. God damn it. Holy God. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to cheat on this one. Like, that's just purely unfair. Haha! How the fuck? How the serious fuck are you ever supposed to... I don't even. I'm not even. The password is Sunspot.
Good work, Captain. I thought it'd take a bazooka to get that thing open.
Nope, just 7 letters.
Hey, Brass is gonna want to hear about this, and pronto.
Better go tell him then.
Three alcoves, 3 puzzles. Whoa. How do I get this last one to come over? Nope. No! Got it. And there's nothing.
Someone must have beat me to it.
All that for nothing. You son of a bitch. Alright. Keys and locks. Ooh. 6. Again, don't know how on earth you would figure this out without a walkthrough. Let's see, 4. B1. E8. F5. E7. H2. Turn them all to the right.
Damn. This one's empty too. I hope it's too late.
Ow. Oh, God. Up, up. Down, up, down, down. I imagine this would just be trial and error. Oh, goodness.
At last, the Black Dahlia.
Good work, Captain. We'll take over from here.
Take over what from here?
That gemstone there, I'm gonna have to ask you to hand it over. We're cataloging every item we take out of the place.
I'll do no such thing. I've searched high and low for this gem, and I'll be damned if I turn it over to anybody but my superiors.
Sorry, Captain. Just following orders from General Bradley. If you like, you can take it up with him. In the meantime, I'm gonna have to insist you hand over the gemstone.
All right, Sergeant. I'll play it your way. But you can be sure as hell I'm taking this up with your superiors.
If you like, you can fill out a requisition with the Quartermaster Corps. I doubt you'll have much luck, but you never know.
Please don't die on stream. I really want to see the end of this game. I'm trying not to. But we're getting closer.
Soon after the war was over, my outfit, the OSS, had been disbanded. I'd found work as a bounty hunter for the State Department, tracking down war criminals for the tribunals taking place in Nuremberg. It was while I was that I received a hot tip from a former Austrian resistance fighter. Several former SS officers were supposed to be gathering at an abandoned monastery near the Swiss-Austrian border. Even more interesting was the small village near the monastery where several corpses had turned up in the surrounding lakes. They'd been dismembered. Style. A frontal assault seemed too risky, so I searched the place for another way in. I found it almost by accident.
That looks entirely by accident. Alright. I think we're gonna call it a night for now. Because like Dark Omen says, I'm hurting. I'm hurting. And I could use the rest. So excuse me once again. I am going to get some sleep. But we will be back possibly tomorrow night. Depends. If I stream during the day, it won't be Black Dahlia, it'll be something else. But we'll be back here tomorrow night to finish off Black Dahlia, probably about the same time, 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. So, because as much as Dark Omen wants to see the end of this game, I want to see the end of it too. So, that's going to be it from me. 'Cause I'm exhausted. Everything hurts.